Good morning, my friends. Michael Eric Dyson here, on the way to the funeral of the Reverend Jesse Jackson, a man I knew for nearly 40 years, had a tremendous friendship with. And the reason we were able to maintain and preserve our strong intimacy and bond is because he said stuff to me and I said stuff to him that didn't get to the public ear. I remember once when Kanye posted publicly a text exchange between us that was private, and I was hurt by that. And I'm thinking about that because I've done the same thing to Jay-Z. No, I didn't publicly post a text, but I talked about a private exchange between us that should have remained between us, as it has for the last 20 some odd years. So I want to apologize to him here. Why am I doing it here and not to him directly? Because the old black people said, where you did it is where you get it. Where you messed up is where you fess up. And that's what I'm doing. What was his main disagreement? Look, first of all, it wasn't a call. It was a text. That's what we do. We text about geopolitics. We text about The Godfather and a myriad of topics. That is what our habit is. His main disagreement, when I compared Kendrick in his line, Not Like Us, to Trump in his trying to distinguish himself from others who weren't on the same level. And Jay-Z said basically that was a faulty kind of comparison. One is a rapper, the other is a far more sinister force. And he said, this is what rappers do. They look at the vulnerabilities of and insecurities of their opponent and they exploit them. Why would he know that? Because he conducted one of the most famous rap battles in the history of the art form. And so I mischaracterized him. He said, it ain't that serious. He wasn't vigorously disagreeing with me. It's not like he called me and said that. And even on the text, he literally said, it's not that serious. So I want to apologize to him. And the reason I clarified my position in the first place is because he made that distinction between Trump and Kendrick that I wanted to make clear that I completely understood and did not intend. So God bless you all on this morning. Rest in peace, Reverend Jesse Jackson. Jay-Z, my sincerest apologies. Much love to you, my dear brother. Some people think, well, it ain't that serious, and that's not what's going on. My job as a scholar is to show you that stuff you didn't think was that serious might be a bit more serious than you think. I could be wrong, to be sure. So I don't say it with the kind of arrogance that some of my interlocutors on the internet have suggested. And let me tell you something. A very dear and good friend of mine disagrees with me bitterly. Well, I won't say bitterly, just aggressively and vigorously. His name is Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. Now, I don't usually talk about the conversations that Jay-Z and I have because that's between us. That's why we remain friends, because I ain't out here blabbing about what we talk about. But he hit me up and he vigorously disagreed with my particular position. He said it with dignity. He said it with respect. He articulated his ideal intelligently. I responded to him. We went back and forth for a minute, and I shared with him my essay, the 3,000 some word essay I wrote in the Philadelphia paper, where I break down what's going on between Kendrick and Drake. And he was respectful. What I love about Jay is that he's not arrogant, and he's got more reason to be arrogant than anybody we talking to, including myself, on this darn internet, and yet in social media. And yet he chose to be gracious, vigorous, clear, transparent about his disagreements, but he did not get nasty and vicious with me. So the point is that I'm saying we can disagree with each other and not be nasty. I understand a rap battle is a rap battle and you trying to exploit your opponent's, if it will, vulnerabilities. But in an age of social media, it hits different when you call somebody a or when you make arguments about domestic violence. I understand that. It hits different when it resonates in a cultural vacuum or in a cultural arena where the Me Too movement, the progressive ideas of misogyny and sexism and patriarchy have prevailed, where we are far more sensitive and culturally appropriately so aware of the various forms of hurt and pain that women have to endure, and that gender plays a role that we have historically ignored. All that is true.
Now, Jay-Z's best friend, Professor Michael Eric Dyson, just posted a video apologizing to Jay-Z for mentioning their private conversation. He clarifies that it wasn't a call but a text, and that the disagreement was over the professor comparing Kendrick Lamar to Trump. Jay-Z said it wasn't that serious. That was what Dyson said. However, the professor walked back his earlier statement claiming Jay-Z didn't vigorously or aggressively disagree with it, which, again, if you guys listen to the video fully, you will realize that he's sort of telling a lie. Now, he ends the video by sincerely apologizing to Jay-Z. Now, what does Jay-Z got on Michael for him to apologize so quick? Or is it the fact that he was clout chasing and he knew he shouldn't have, revealed their private conversation? Or he generally and genuinely was wrong and he thought it would have been best to apologize? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Remember to drop a like and subscribe, show some love. Drop a like and subscribe, show some love.
Okay, so Drake, amazing. I know that you're a fan. I know you work with him, and he speaks really highly of you. So, he is already at that point where he could blow up into craziness. So what do you wish that somebody would have told you at that point?
He just needs to focus. He's proved that he's very talented, with that mixtape, which was phenomenal. He proves she likes it. He proved that he's very talented, so he just has to maintain that focus because right now all the eyes are on him and not lose that. And I think he's going to be fine. If he stays focused, he'll be fine.
Good things? Okay,
yeah.
Next one more photo.
Scenes, they've always been against Drake. Like, they've always actively rooted against Drake.
Why?
I do not know. Probably just because he's from Canada and he's winning. Probably because he's from Canada and, he's not... He's probably because he's not American. I don't know. I
don't think that's it.
Drake used to say this in his raps, and he used to talk about the industry plotting him against him. He was not lying. I'm not even going to sit there and tell you no lie. Because whenever stuff like this used to happen to him, my phone would go crazy.
Well, who the fuck is the industry?
And it wouldn't be like regular people. It'd be like execs and like managers and shit like that. Like, yo, Diddy just slapped the shit out Drake. I'm like, really? And I'll never forget that night. So he's not. Drake's not paranoid when he says these things.
I just feel like why and who would be behind it if the industry is benefiting off of him?
All right, listen. Hate, jealousy, bro. And envy is a real thing. Yeah.
You can play 15, 20 Drake songs back to back. Tomorrow, I can't play Jay-Z 20 back to back.
Jay-Z been out for 40 years.
Not in 2021. In 2021, you can't.
Even Drake, we have a great relationship. You know what I mean? I know he feels like I'm the next one. I'm right here. Yeah. We hear the lines. I hear feeling like donuts for the take it. Watch you take. He's feeling it. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's not. It wasn't it wasn't meant with malice or disrespect. Yeah. It was just meant with like I'm coming. Like Yeah. Acknowledge my existence and I'm real. I'm right there on your shoulder.
Yeah. Ace putting the numbers up with the hits and Billboard charts. So
there's a respect thing. There's a respect thing there, but there's also a competitive thing, and it's done the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think he's your biggest competition in terms of the new school now that's going on? The new school of hip hop?
He's definitely the one that's reared his head as the guy. He's definitely Kobe Bryant, right? He's definitely yeah.
Like many persons that do not talk to each other, they always start out as friends or persons that really enjoy each other's company or work or art, or generally are just friends. And that was the same case with Jay-Z and Drake. They started off, being friends. Drake gave him his compliment. Jay-Z gave him his compliment, even saying that he believed he would become one of the biggest. But I believe the feud really started from, competitiveness and the friction behind that. And with that, they eventually ended up falling out. And from that point on, there were always subliminal disses and all of that. But what I'm saying these stuff is to say that all of the rumors that Jay-Z actually had his hand in Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef stems from that, right? And even when his best friends was talking about the fact that Drake is being targeted and it was bigger than the beef, it was actually racism behind it. And he included Jay-Z's name a lot of people started to bring back that rumor that Jay-Z had his hand in the beef. And the fact that Jay-Z disagreed with him, people are saying that Jay-Z knew the true answer, but he did not want to be truthful, right? So I hope you guys get where I'm saying or get where I'm going, because it's sort of confusing, but that is why I really hope you guys listen to Jay-Z's best friend, Dyson. I really hope you guys listen to the video, because it's not the full video, but you definitely can get the understanding from that clip. Because as I said, he was really saying that the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake was bigger than just lyricism or the fact that Kendrick did not like something about Drake. He's saying that racism, heavy racism, is actually behind it. You know, Jews and all of those stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Right? But the moment when we're involved, Jay-Z, and the fact that Jay-Z disagreed with him, a lot of people are saying that Jay-Z actually knows the truth and know that it is truthful, but he's disagreeing to make it seem like it is not truthful. So once again, I really hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. But I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and perspective on that one down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your perspective.
Dumb shit. Shit is dumb. And I'm telling people like, yo, I've done dumb shit. Don't do dumb shit. You know, I mean, yeah, do dumb shit, but be better than me and be smarter than me. And here's the information. Here's the roadmap. So you don't get caught in the same situation. That's all I'm saying. So you don't get caught in the same situations I got caught in. Here's the roadmap. Here's the breadcrumbs. Right. Here it is. I'm giving it. I ask anyone. I've been doing this not just on mute, on record, behind the scenes. I've spoken to everyone. I've kept like information. All the information I have is for everyone.
You're not selfish with it.
No, one thing I can always say about Jay-Z, he gives some of the best advices when he's ready. I'm not gonna lie, I can't deny that. And another thing, he's slick. And I've heard people say that the reason why Drake could never beat Jay-Z is because Jay-Z is slick as hell. Like, people saying that Jay-Z is slick and that would give him the edge over Drake is crazy. Like, if you ask me, that is crazy. But is that a lie? Absolutely not. Jay-Z is a slick boy. Like, if you really check his history, when it comes on to slickness, not just in his actions, but in his talking, in his rhymes, in his raps, he's slick. So I understand why people would say that, but I still believe Drake would give him a huge challenge. I definitely believe that. Let me know who you guys believe would win in a versus, right? Or let me know who you think is the better artist. Let's put it that way, because I don't want to ask who you guys think got more hits. Let me know who you guys think is the better rapper. Let me know your thoughts and perspective down in the comment section. But I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, remember to drop a like and subscribe. Show some love. Drop a like and subscribe, as it will be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so y'all stay in tune whenever I drop a new video. But listen, thank you for your time again. Thank you for watching. Remember to have an amazing day. Have an amazing time. It is the boy Premium Celeb, and as usual, I'm out.